This is kind of just a reminder to go into more depth on kind of the idea of a come to Jesus moment and, you know, the extreme experiences people have said when they really felt that they were shown the truth of God and that you should believe them, that you should believe those people. What they experienced was real. Because I know I'll talk about it a lot. I'm not a religious person or hadn't been up, I don't know that I would say I am now religious. I have my personal religion, I guess. And, I have my personal connection with God. I truly feel that I had that moment myself. And it was a lot. It was a lot to go through. Um, but I really, truly believe it with all my heart that it was real. Um, and I'm gonna ride with that. And I don't know. I think it's a really interesting thing to go into in more depth. So I just want to kind of put this out there. I have so many things that I want to talk about, and unless I just literally stop what I'm doing and start recording, I think this will be my way of kind of introducing the topic. And then I'll make follow on parts to individual ideas. I've already kind of started that formatting a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, coming to Jesus is a real thing. Now, however you experience God is, I think it's going to be, for me, I think it'll be a very personal, because the way that I view Him, I didn't feel any judgment. I don't mind talking a little longer. I was going to make this short, but I'm gonna expand on it later, I'm sure. But I felt, I do feel a lot of personal shame about how I live. But I realized that I think in that moment that He didn't feel that way about me. He loved me anyway, and he really just sets everything up and creates this space for us. But it's our space to live in, and it's a really beautiful thing because there's so many amazing possibilities for your life, and God loves seeing those amazing possibilities. But they don't mean anything without some struggle, and we can't understand His ways. We can't understand why. What used to hold me back before I had this feeling that I really had a real conversation with Him. Um, what I used to think is that the terrible things that exist they prove as in existence. And while I can't prove there's no way I could say why horrible things happen. Why, I wanted, this is another interesting idea. I thought how the most pleasurable thing a person will ever do is die on fentanyl. And that's a very macabre thought, but, I have a lot of thoughts. The best pleasure you'll ever feel in your life, if you do feel it, is dying on fentanyl. It'll be bliss. And then you'll die. And that's not what life is about. That's not really he really wants. He doesn't want you to feel extreme pleasure if it's going to ruin you. He wants you to have a fulfilling life. And it's hard to do it. It's hard to maximize the area under the curve of your happiness over time, over your life. There's no way to just know what the variables are and to just do it. He puts this all in front of us and we push through it. And our action creates our reality. And the actions you take do matter. It's not just like He don't care what you do entirely, but He wants you to do something for yourself. And that's where He gets, I think, that's what He set this all up for. It's because He loves to see us win and struggle and fight. Because it's a beautiful thing, There's no point in it without that struggle, I think. I think I'll wrap this one up here for now, but, if you're a skeptic, it's fine, but be open to more than you expect because, the what I feel right now is way better than what I was feeling before. So be open to it. I understand the resistance because I was super resistant. I am a stubborn bull. That's a big problem and flaw that maybe I'm looking to overcome now. But believe those people. What they felt is real. And if you feel it, you'll know.